oh my God, that feels so good. Actually maybe one car coming, but that's all right. Oh, so good, so good. What's good, fam? Welcome back to Unlockable Character. I am in the 2025 M4 competition Xdrive. I'm going to put it into diagnostic mode, hit this 3 times. And the burbles have been fun, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but what I want to do right now is actually flash the car, show you the process. So I have the MHD Wi-Fi adapter. It's currently set up and connected on my iPad as a wireless connection. Open the MHD flasher app, and there's a few options here. What you want to go to is the top left, which is flash a MHD map. Now you only want to do this if you are fully confident that the car has a good battery charge or that you're hooked up to a battery tender. I'm gonna flash MHD multi-map at the bottom here. I'm gonna click in the top right. It's gonna read if it's connected to the car, which it is. I'm gonna go to options here, exhaust burble. I'm gonna tone down the boost target for anti-lag to 10 PSI. Actually, you know what? Let's do 15 PSI boost target for anti-lag. We haven't really played with that, but I will show you that later, guys. Everything else I'm going to pretty much keep the same. Exhaust burble, what I'm going to do is, let's see if we can change it to a different setting. Honestly, I don't really want the burble, so I'm just going to completely turn it off. There it is. Cold start noise reduction, I have that checked on, so the car doesn't sound extremely loud when it starts up. I don't have cats, so I don't need that. I do have the startup roar, that is turned on. Shift rep, I have that turned on. Sport cooling mode for intercooler, I have that turned on. All right, guys, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna just put my seatbelt on. It's really important that you keep your seatbelt on. I think it keeps the car from turning off. It's one of those things I've always done. You let me know if that's not right or not, guys, but we have that. I've turned off the AC. It's still in diagnostic mode. I've turned off the lights. Don't want to have any drain on the car. Now we're gonna hit map right. So it's going to contact the DME. It's connected. It's preparing the map file, communicating with the DME. You're going to see errors come up on the car. That's normal. And once it connects, it's going to erase the previous flash and rewrite it with the new flash. So there you go. It's got 1 minute left. We're at 12%, 15%. The wireless adapter over Wi-Fi is super fast. I still remember back in the day when flashing cars used to take over 5 minutes and you'd be sweating buckets hoping your battery doesn't die. Nowadays, it's literally happening in a minute or less. And I'll just show you guys what this process is like. I think it's cool for people to see, especially those who have never done it, or if you're kind of worried about, is this too complicated for me? Can I do this? You can do it, you know what I mean? You can buy the MHD Super license. You obviously might need some help with taking your ECU out of your car, sending it to Femto in Finland, and then getting it back and reinstalling it. But once that's done, the flashing process, you can actually do yourself. So here we go, 100%, restarting the DME, clearing codes, and once it successfully, goes through, you should wait 30 seconds before turning on the car. So, you can put a timer on your phone, or you can look at the clock and just wait a minute just to be extra safe. But once that is done, your car is flashed. Now, things to remember is every time you flash the car, you're going to lose your M1 and M2 settings, and it's also going to turn the auto start stop off for the engine back to its default setting. So the car would, basically turn off the cylinders when you come to a stop for fuel saving. I don't like that, so just remember you're gonna have to press that button again. That button is right here. So we'll wait just a little bit more, and then I will start up the car and show you what it's like to, go back in and customize M1 and M2, because I'm sure you guys are wondering what my settings are. I have shown it in my other videos, but always good to get a refresher. So just give it a minute here, guys. I'm gonna wait for that 10:18 a.m. there to hit to 10:19 a.m. I did see on the forums and on Facebook for the groups for the BMW cars that there is a beta for Waze, and the beta for Waze lets you download it and run it on the center cluster in iDrive 8. So if anyone is doing that, let me know. I'm interested in doing it. When you unlock your ECU and send it to Finland, you need to turn off all updates for iDrive in your car, because when iDrive updates, it could brick your ECU and it could remove the unlock on the ECU. All right, guys, it's 10:19. Let's start her up. There we go. All right. So remember, got to put auto start and stop off, and then we will go into setup. We'll go to M1. We'll set that back to the way I like it. So Sport Plus engine, S3 chassis. I like it in comfort, just much more comfortable, especially for long drives. Steering Sport, brake Sport, DSC off, Xdrive, four-wheel drive Sport. And what this does is really have a nice super sporty all-wheel drive sport mode as M1, and then pretty much the same thing for M2. Sport Plus engine, transmission S3, chassis comfort, steering Sport, brake Sport, DSC this time off, and Xdrive will put to rear wheel drive, two-wheel drive. I don't really use the M traction control unless we're on track. Everything else looks good. Boom. Now the check engine light is on. That is normal. What we'll do is we'll go back to MHD. We will look for codes here, hit read DME codes. I know it's super bright over there. So these transmission codes are pretty normal. I've seen this happen many times, especially with the XHP. So I'm going to clear the error codes. It's contacting the DME, clearing the codes. Let's see if it's connected. Boom, no codes. Check engine light off. Now let's get started. Let's get ready for a drive. All right, guys, let's go. All right, fam, what's good? We just flashed the car to turn the burbles off. It's still on the ethanol flex fuel setup. What I'm gonna do now is actually head over to an ethanol pump that I'm pretty sure has some of the best ethanol around. It's not too far from here, and we'll get a good drive. So, all right, about 28 minutes to get there. Car is warm, no burbles now. I've already adjusted my my settings for M1 and M2. Valves are closed, let's open them. And now we should have no more burble. Guess we're classy now. Yep, that's just the factory burble I'm hearing, so very nice. You know, for a few days, the burble was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was great, but I really don't need that all the time, and I'm sure my neighbors will appreciate it. And not only my neighbors, but I think the engine, the exhaust manifold, the turbos. I don't have catalytic converters, but if I did, that would be quite something for the car to have to deal with that. This is gonna be interesting, guys. May have to come around. It's all right. Just drive a little bit more. Driving noises, guys. I'm gonna try to use the windows so that you don't hear as much wind noise. Oh yeah, that feels nice. Yeah, very nice, guys. Sounds excellent. I do not like being behind dump trucks. I And by the way, I just got finished with the gym. I've been extra consistent. This car motivates me so much, just even to go to the gym. You know, yes, it means getting a drive in, but I mean, can you really blame me for wanting to drive the car more and then going to the gym because it makes me feel good? And then after feeling good, I can drive the car and be in a good mood, you know? It's like a full circle, you know? Oh, there's another dump truck. Let's try and get in front of it. This is where you don't want to do something stupid. If it says that 2 lanes are going to become 1, you want to get in front of that truck, just hold back. It was easy enough to get in front of the truck behind us, but it would have been extremely difficult and probably dangerous to get in front of the truck in front of me. So as you drive, as you learn, you know, it takes a few years. You should avoid putting yourself in situations that you know you're increasing the danger factor, unless you're 200% confident. And there's no reason for me, the car doesn't even have PPF yet, to try and do something like that. So I'm gonna go into all-wheel drive mode because tires are still cold. Yeah, oh my God, that feels so good. Not having burble is super clean, super classy. Since I got the car back, the steering wheel has been a little skewed to the right. So I'm gonna hit up Solo next week. You know, they did a few alignments on the car while the work was being done, and I think we can just adjust it to line up perfectly at 12 o'clock. It's one of those things, you know, as a perfectionist, that you notice. And it may very well be the toe, the front toe on the front left wheel may need to be adjusted. But it's been like that since I got it back. It doesn't really affect the alignment because, as you can tell, we're going pretty much straight. Oh yeah, that sounds just incredible. I love it, guys. Burble off might be the move. Super windy out. And I know some of you guys have said, you know, in 5th gear you're hitting a certain speed, in 4th gear you're hitting a certain speed. A tune will not adjust the gearing, you know what I mean? If you guys know about like a naturally aspirated Corvette, like the C6, it could hit 60 miles an hour in 1st gear. That's all gearing. You would have to change the gear ratios, which is a lot of work, to adjust, you know, your top speed at certain gears. The tune will just help you get to that speed faster. Also, the burbles do cause poor fuel efficiency on the car. You're dumping fuel to cause those explosions, so it's not like I'm getting the best fuel efficiency anyway, but I was probably getting 12 miles per gallon instead of 16, you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, this is a dumb move from the Lexus. He's had nowhere to go. Yeah, just very stupid. This is where it's nice to have the suspension in the softest settings. These ramps are usually very hard. May have some traffic here. Pretty high up right now on this highway ramp. Highways really blow my mind. The fact that, you know, They can carry so much weight. It's really trucks driving every day that with massive amounts of weight that are damaging the road. That's why there's weigh stations, you know, to check their weight. I do have some truckers who follow the channel. Appreciate you guys. I know you work really hard to keep the country running, and you save up a lot of money. You know, some of you guys are really smart. You own your own trucks. It takes a while, but it's honest work. The Lexus is behind us now. Is definitely the move, guys. Again, use your mirrors, guys, use your turn signals, and think 2 steps ahead. Look for where people are signaling, look for the movement of the body roll of cars to give you an idea of where they're going. See who's braking, see who's keeping a very close following distance, and try to kind of read ahead of the situation. I'm actually happy with the burbles off because it takes some of your attention, your focus when you hear all that, you know what I mean? And it may also affect the people around you. So imagine that someone hearing a lot of backfiring is gonna like swerve or something like that. That could be an issue, you know? So might be a safer thing to keep it off, I'm not gonna lie. doing? I think people in Gwinnett are generally retarded when it comes to driving. So what do you guys think? I think the US might be entering a recession in the second quarter, guys. Q1 GDP is definitely going to be negative. The Atlanta Federal Reserve is already projecting like negative 2.6, 2.8%. All the people that got laid off from the federal workforce, that hit in Friday's jobs report. It's going to also hit in next month's jobs report. And for every person that gets affected, you think about it, they have a family. So that's 2, 3, 4 people that gets affected for every job that's lost. And yes, the suicide rate will go up, and yes, people are gonna die. So, short term, it's not really looking good. But at the same time, you know, a lot of those federal jobs were super cushy, and you have people who have never left that job for years, who have never really improved anything. So, you know, in a competitive workforce, you know, in a system of capitalism, you know, that doesn't really work, and it does cause a lot of bureaucracy and waste. So there's two sides of the coin. Oh yeah, it's so clean. Ha, one little burble. So on my first G82 2021 M4, I had downpipes and a JB4, but that was it. I didn't have a mid pipe, I didn't have a valve controller, and you got a lot of the gear whine when you were downshifting, the engine whine. And the downpipes really don't give you any sound. I mean, a little bit. The mid pipe is where the sound is on this car. Here we go, guys. Oh my goodness. So if you're watching my channel and you're in the you know, Atlanta area, you'll see where I'm stopping is pretty good places to get ethanol. I found a place in Dunwoody on Country Club Drive, I think, right by the golf course. This is the Duluth area. So the gas station in Dunwoody is a Chevron. This one is a racetrack. They used to have 94 octane, which was really cool. And when I had my GT3, I would fill it with 94 octane. And ethanol has been super cheap in the Atlanta area. gas in Atlanta for 93 octane, you know, these gas station owners are charging $5 a gallon. It honestly should be illegal. They're price gouging. And ethanol is like half that price. Yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable cruising like this with the burbles off, because I know every time I let off the gas, it's not going to just have gunshots. But of course, guys, if you are going to go through the process of sending your ECU out to Finland, getting it back, unlocking the car, tuning the car, you're going to try out the features, right? So it was fun while we had it on. All right, the current song that I have on repeat, guys, it's actually by Yeet. It's called Back Home. Let's see if I can pull it up. Definitely check out the Unlockable Character playlist, guys. It goes so hard. I did DJ a little bit in college. I made some mixes. I had a SoundCloud, and music has been so core to me. I played piano, I did sing, I played the drums, and you know, I just think that over time I've accumulated a great taste, and I love to share it and show people music that they may have never listened to before. The first song is, of course, Goku by Lucky. I listen to Lucky non-stop. Such a good vibe. I don't drink lean, but he's still got such great vibes on his songs. Yeet, of course, he puts out a lot of music, very distinct noise, distinct sounds, especially the bells. And that's how you gotta differentiate yourself, you know? You have to sound different. Just like Laser Dim, he's just being himself instead of trying to copy the music industry. And when I was in Boston, I actually sat in on a class at the Berklee College of Music, which is a very prestigious music school. And the class was basically how to study the top 100 charts and treat it like a science. So music producers, artists, are not truly, you know, letting their soul express themselves with the music. They're chasing after a formulaic approach to get on the Billboard Top 100. And that's why so much music sounds the same. And I think when you look at culture and you look at social media, it has a carryover effect into how people and their personalities are manifested. That's why so many people online, they sound the same. You know, vocal fry is a big issue. People, they speak the same. They're not expressing themselves from their core soul. They're just emulating what they see because they believe that to be successful. And that's a unique way of detaching yourself from the matrix, is understanding that and trying to rediscover your childhood kind of individuality, your passions, your creativity, you know, really reconnecting with your soul. We're coming down Sugarloaf Parkway. Always be careful on this road. I've seen people do 100 and it's just like, immediately you'll have Gwinnett PD on you. Like, there's no reason to be doing that. This is more of an affluent area, I would say. $1 million homes. Personally, my long-term goal is to build a house with a lot of land in Wyoming, and to build a racetrack behind it, and just have a ton of content there, you know, and to get away from everything. And if you're in the Discord, I already told them about it, you know what I mean? I would invite you. You could come to the racetrack, bring your car. Like, that is a real community where you can get in touch with me. And you also get 15% off everything on my Shopify store, including the wing, and you get half price coaching calls. So, I mean, it's a pretty good value. People, on the first day, if you sign up through WAP, it's $29.99. People are making $100, $200, $300 trading on the first day, and you get to be part of a community. So there's tons to the Discord. And on WAP, what I'm able to do now, I think there might be an M4 coming. Sick. It's got the sunroof, drive it gray. On WAP, there's an affiliate program. So if you get others to sign up for the Unlockable Character Discord through WAP's affiliate link, you will get about $9 from everyone you sign up per month. So it's a pretty cool way to make a passive income stream for yourself and get more people into the Unlockable Character community. I would say the principles of the Discord are investment education, trading options daily and learning how to be profitable, connecting about cars and modifications, especially for, you know, the 3 and 4 series BMWs, but also plenty of other cars. And it's also about motivation, spirituality, inspiration. There's AI research, AI technologies. There are topics about how to start side hustles. And there's also a lot of just research that I do and a ton of different topics where you get my perspective. And what you're getting is the perspective of someone who has over 15 years of working experience, who's worked at Series A to Series E startups in artificial intelligence, who was a VP at BlackRock at 27, who's traveled the world, lived in Sri Lanka, England, all over the US and England. You're really getting valuable insight that you won't get on YouTube itself. So consider checking it out, guys. And thank you for everyone who signed up so far. So we're coming up on the gas station. It's just past the next light. What I haven't shown you guys is the Robinhood Gold card. So I was on the wait list for a while, and now I have the card. It's 3% back on everything, and you can immediately, even if the transaction is still pending, claim the rewards and deposit it into your Robinhood investment account. And so we do use Robinhood primarily in the Discord to trade. The user interface is super simple, and it just makes things really, really easy. And it's really nice to have this card. What's really crazy about the Robinhood Gold card is that they gamify the rewards experience. So the rewards points, yes, you can deposit them into your Robinhood account for cash to invest, but you can also open loot boxes, which I've never seen before in a rewards program for credit cards. And the loot boxes could have, like, you know, you get 5% back on everything for 24 hours, or you get a ton of rewards points, and it might cost you like 1,000 points to unlock the loot box, 5,000 points to unlock the loot box. So that's really cool. And I think the next evolution for rewards programs with credit cards is crypto, you know, earning a little bit of Bitcoin, earning a little bit of Ethereum. And I think that is going to happen very soon. Personally, I just invested in SUI, which is S-U-I, and I'm keeping $2,000 in SUI long term. My average is about $2.50 right now, and I think SUI is going to blow up. It's part of the strategic reserve. It is linked to Donald Trump's cryptocurrency fund, and I just think that SUI is kind of like getting into Ethereum when it was $80 in 2018. So my price target for SUI is $50 by the end of 2026. So I'm just gonna keep that $2,000 in there and see what happens and treat it like long-term savings. All right, guys, so let's go put some gas in the car real quick. And this time I won't cut the camera unless it cuts off by itself. And you can see what this process is like, which is nothing special, but you get the outside view looking nice in the sun. Go. I don't think I have racetrack rewards, but I probably should get it. $2.34, guys. Crazy price. Let's see if I have it. All right. Let's get this bad boy started. I don't want to drop any fuel on the car, obviously, because there's no PPF. Fresh paint. And yeah, we're gonna fill it up pure E85, guys. Looking pretty sick. Can't wait to fully wash it and detail it with Drew. Drew is at Precision Window Tint and Film, guys. He's in Alpharetta. He does all the PPF, the tint. He did the custom screen protector on the screen. That is also XPEL satin PPF, which is on the car, and we're gonna do everything that got painted to match the rest of the car that has PPF on it. So once this is done, we'll go in the car, we'll drive a little bit, and we'll check the ethanol content, because it's never truly E85, but the flex fuel setup can adjust for any content. Past E50, you're not really gaining any power, but you are kind of giving a safeguard to the car in terms of octane to prevent knocking. All right, guys. Slam that thing, huh? All right, let's start this bad boy up. Sounded pretty good. Put it in track mode. Let's see if it can recognize my face, guys. No, I don't think it will. Gonna turn off the wireless connection to the GoPro, connect to the MHD app. I can smell the ethanol, I can smell the corn. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to monitoring. If you can see this, we're in monitoring, and now I have my my gauges up. So it says E39, but it will probably go up. So let's get this thing on the road with a full tank of E85. Surprisingly, 222 mile range. Ethanol does give you about 30% in terms of range. Oh, listen to that factory burble. Sounds really nice. All right, fam, the GoPro overheated, so I got the AC on blast, windows cracked. Got a hatchback in front of us with its rear hatch open, but nothing inside of it. Kind of funny. I got an emergency vehicle up ahead. That's new, I really haven't seen that on Waze. And again, guys, if you have iDrive 8 and you have the Waze beta and you have one of these cars, let me know how it is to get Waze on the center cluster. I don't want to mess up my tune or anything, and I'm just trying to figure out if I have to update iDrive 8 to get it. I may just have to get the beta from Waze. There the hatchback goes. So we are at E53, guys. That's great. Literally perfect. When it's really, really cold out, like below freezing, and you have a full tank of ethanol, it can be more difficult to start the car. So when you're having cranking issues in the middle of winter and you have a full tank of ethanol in your gas tank, the reason why is just the ethanol, you know what I mean? So that's just one little quirk to look out for. But summer's around the corner. Got a fresh change of oil on the car, 5W30 liquid moly special tech. Feeling good about, you know, how the car is performing, and I'm not worried about startup issues from the cold. Here's the song, guys, Back Home. So many Yeet songs that I can just play on repeat without worrying about getting tired of listening to it. It's insane. Coming back to Atlanta on 285 South, you have to be very careful. Because of the police presence. And it's not just Gwinnett PD, it is also GSP. Some of the most fun YouTube videos is just watching Georgia State Police take down people, because why are you running? They're gonna chase you to the end of the state. Just pull over. Why would you want to total your car, you know? It's mind-blowing. Over a traffic citation, like you just go to court and you deal with the ticket. But then again, you know, you have people out here, maybe they're transporting weight, they got bad licenses, got all kinds of paraphernalia and stuff in the car. I mean, it's still not worth it, you know what I mean? Your life, your car, just not worth it. Down just a bit. And yeah, guys, I cannot wait for the car to get a wash. Oh, driving me insane being OCD. I even canceled my monthly membership at the touchless car wash up and coming, but I'll get that back once we get the PPF on. PPF install is the 17th, so coming up soon. St. Patty's Day. I want to just crack the window just a little bit for you guys. It sounds incredible. It sounds so good without the burbles. It's such a super clean, boosted sound. Probably got 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts right now. And what hasn't happened yet is the big pollen bloom happens in late March. Everything turns yellow. Honda's back. Guys, if you see me, please don't follow closely. Just, you know, do your thing. I'm not trying to race anyone. Nice X3 M40i. B58 engine, just like the Supra and the M340i. Super sweet SUV. Tons of traffic up ahead. Looks like an oversized load. M340i taking it. Honda also coming. Is that a Civic or an Accord, guys? It's a beautiful blue. Looks really nice. Civic Sport. May have an exhaust. I'm sure that oversized load is throwing shit off the back, so I don't want to get too close to it. That's just a pack of traffic, like heavy traffic. There's no reason to try to get through that because the following distances between all the cars are going to be extremely tight. have some police up ahead. Ooh, right at 5,000 RPM, that sounded so good. SUV in front of this car might be just taking a little bit slow. Say this stretch here is usually where you have some police sitting on the side because it's a very kind of long straightaway. And then right after this, I think the next exit, you're going to get a ton of traffic building up on the right hand side. Sorry. I don't advise you to do this, but I do carry multiple batteries, and the previous battery I get about 1 hour on the GoPro standard battery of 4K 60, and it was at 1%, so I literally just hot swapped the battery. I keep the GoPro battery cover off. It helps with keeping it cool, especially when you're running 4K 60. Having wind flow or airflow connected is also helpful. You can crack your window, you can put the AC on to direct airflow to the GoPro. But it's really nice. You should carry around multiple SD cards and multiple batteries if you're going to be creating content. Let's go into all-wheel drive. You can really feel the wind now. Take that, just too dangerous right now, so we'll stay left. I've never really taken that exit. I'm pretty sure it goes towards Buckhead. Section is super bouncy. It's bunch of interlocking connections on the highway or the bridge. Bouncing quite a lot up and down. That E-Class looks a little bit lowered. It might be on wheels. It's pretty normal Saturday afternoon traffic coming into Atlanta on 85 South. It's also one of the reasons I don't like taking this route, because you just get, most people will take this route, and so you just get a lot of cars. But you do get to see the city, which is nice. Cold now. Put it into rear wheel drive mode. Oh, actually put it into comfort there. Okay, rear wheel drive. Nice Z4. Wow, we're really beating this traffic in this lane. HOV lane. This is a lot more traffic than normal. We have to get all the way over, which may not happen. We might be able to get over, let's see. Got a school bus stuck here. That sounded insanely good. We will take the tunnel here, have some fun, if no one stays behind us. It smells like barbecue. It smells really good. Actually maybe one car coming, but that's all right. Oh, so good, so good. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Really fun hanging out with you guys while I'm driving around getting ethanol, doing my thing, you know what I mean? Hope you enjoyed. Let's go.
Mark, Joey. Yeah. I love this.